my channel. I'm Carol Aguirre. I'm a vegan registered dietitian who specializes in weight loss. I've had my own weight loss struggles. I've been able to lose 20 pounds and been able to maintain that for years. And now I help women just like you feel empowered in your vegan choices and feel amazingly confident along this whole weight loss journey. Today I'm going to be chatting about how to travel as a vegan and still maintain your weight loss goals domestically and internationally. I just got back from Jazz Fest in New Orleans, and so I will be sharing some of my finds from there. I offer a small group coaching weight loss program, a one-on-one coaching weight loss program, and I offer meal plans as well. Okay, so let's get started. So my very first number one tip is to make sure you are packing snacks that are portable. For example, I really love these lupini beans. This little packet here is providing 9 grams of protein. Very easy snack for you to pack with you when you're traveling and walking around, doing whatever you may be doing, the beach, the museums. This is easy. You can pack it in your backpack. Another option that I really like, these roasted edamames. This little package is packing 11 grams of protein. This is a great option for you to bring to restaurants when there is no vegan protein available. Another option that you can do is a flavored protein powder. I really happen to love this flavor. It's peanut butter and chocolate. It has no artificial sugar in there. It has stevia for a sweetener. You can easily bring this in a portable, reusable bag, which is usually what I carry mine in. And that way you can use water and it doesn't taste that horrible, right? Because if it's unflavored and you're using water, probably not super ideal. But get that flavored version. That way you can just drink it prior to going to a restaurant. You can bring that with you. Again, it's portable. You can put it in your backpack while you're walking. And if you feel hungry, you can find some water. Easily throw that into a water bottle and have yourself something that's going to keep you satiated for a few hours. The next tip that I have is using Google Maps. So depending on where you are going, I'm going to show you. Let me share my screen. So here's the map, and then let's just pick, I went here. And what you do is you favorite it. Like I already had saved this, so you save it. So when you are walking, you're going sightseeing, you're looking at places, you can say like, oh, I have this restaurant here that I found on Google Maps, and maybe you're walking by it. You could use that. You could do, save all of these, and when you're walking around, you can kind of figure out where you are at the moment and say like, hey, look, let's try this out. It's got vegan options in there. So the best vegan cuisines would be Ethiopian, South Indian, Mediterranean, Southern Italian, Korean, and Mexican. Those would be the best vegan options that are not specifically vegan restaurant per se, but if you go there, they don't have any protein, any plant-based vegan protein. So what you do is the roasted edamame, you could bring that with you and eat it before getting to the restaurant or at the restaurant if you are comfortable doing that. Another option would be is that protein powder, mix it with water and have that before you head to the restaurant. Or if you're comfortable, you've got a glass of water, put the protein powder in the water, stir it, and have it right before your meal. That way you're able to enjoy the meal and feel satisfied and satiated, because that is ultimately the goal. The worst thing is to have for example, a bowl of pasta, it's vegan, with some vegetables, it's vegan, and then you're hungry right after, right? Like that's not the ideal scenario to be in. So I always suggest carrying some of those snack protein options with you. That way, if you're in a bind, which likely it will happen, and which is okay, because that way to carry the protein options with you in your backpack or your purse, your spouse, partner's bag as well. That way it's always available to you and you never have to worry about like, oh my God, am I still going to be hungry after eating this meal? So that is definitely a big tip I would encourage. Okay, another option for you to find vegan foods is to use the app Happy Cow. Again, I'm using New Orleans. And so here's the map, and then you have all these different choices. Again, let's just click on one, the simple Greek. You can save it just like you did in Google Maps, the same idea, you save it. And then when you are ready to go choose a restaurant, you can grab your Google Maps, you can grab your Happy Cow app as well. Whatever restaurant is closest to you, right? This way you're able to find something that's got some plant-based options for you to feel satiated. The other tip that I have is when you are about to board, make sure you have snacks on you. I suggest packing your protein options and snack options in your suitcase. The other thing is to have some of these on with you physically, like in a book bag or in a purse when you're sitting in the plane. If you're having a long flight, you may want to, take one of those protein or snack options and have it available to you. And let's just say you had requested a vegan meal if it's a long or international flight, and the vegan meal they're providing you is with pasta and salad. There's no protein options. And so you are going to have these protein options at your fingertips. And that way you can enjoy the meal and still have your protein and feel satiated and not feel super hungry where you need to eat a lot of snacks throughout the flight, would be my other tip. The next thing is make sure you are staying hydrated. So that means carrying a water bottle with you at all times and making sure you are drinking at the very minimum 64 ounces of water throughout the day, at least. That's the very minimum. That's 8 glasses of water, which isn't too difficult to do, but sometimes when we are traveling, we forget about this whole water thing. So just keep in mind, how much water are you having throughout? Last tip would be is adding in movement. Generally, most individuals tend to do a lot of walking. They want to sightsee, they want to see where, where they're headed to. But it would be maybe something ideal if you can figure out a local place where you can do some sort of resistance training. Maybe once or twice a week would be very ideal if that's possible. Or if that is not, maybe bring some bands with you, and that way you can do some resistance training using bands when you are in the hotel room or your Airbnb. So that would be my suggestion. The very last tip I'm going to suggest is enjoy yourself. You are on vacation, so please keep that in mind. It's all about staying consistent. There never should be a point where you're trying to seek perfection. So maybe you have a little bit more dessert, let's just say, and that is okay. Move on. The point is that I would suggest that you stay consistent along this weight loss journey. To be sharing with you what one of my days looks like when I'm on vacation. I'm going to share with you some of the food that I was able to eat and experience. And okay, let's go get started.
Good morning. So I'm just waking up, and so we are staying in a hotel. There's nothing worse when you travel and you get back home and you feel disgustingly bloated because you're so out of your routine. So what I like doing is, if we're going to stay in an Airbnb, I see what facilities, like maybe spin class or Pilates class or F45 that I can take, or I go walking. Today we are in a hotel, so they have a little gym. I'm going to be using the gym to do some movement. Let me wake up, let me get changed, and I'm going to be at the gym. Small workout. It's something though, some sort of movement before we actually start our day. Okay, so I'm at the gym. This is my hotel gym. It's got some weights. Let me show you. It's got some weights there. I'm probably going to end up using that. Right now I'm going to do the treadmill for a little bit. So get some movement and get some steps in. I know we're going to be walking a lot. Usually that tends to happen when we go out of town. But I'm excited about doing some of the gym movement.
We ended up at this cute little restaurant thanks to Google Maps. I ended up having avocado toast and a side salad using cashew cheese, which was amazingly delicious. Only thing is, there's no protein option here. So what I did was, prior to leaving the hotel room, I ended up having this chocolate protein powder, mixed it with water. That way, I'm completely satiated with this meal right here. Everything I talked about. So make sure you pack snacks, portable snacks and portable protein snacks, 2 different things. Make sure you have enough for the amount of days that you are going to be out of your normal routine. If you're traveling internationally, make sure you're requesting a vegan meal from the airlines. Use Google Maps to find restaurants. Use Happy Cow to find vegan restaurants as well. Keep snacks handy on the plane, because if you are on an international flight and they do have vegan meals and they happen to have no protein options, you have your own and it's at your fingertips. Make sure you hydrate throughout your whole traveling. Movement. Make sure you incorporate some sort of movement. Walking is very normal to happen. You want to sightsee, that's very common. Figure out how you can add in resistance training. And of course, enjoy yourself. Just remember, stay consistent. It's not about seeking perfection. It's about being consistent. So the next time, please subscribe, like, and share. If you have any topic you would like me to talk about, please let me know in the comments. Till the next time.